Hello. So, I found that there is not a video explaining this, at least that I can find to my knowledge. So, I'm making a video about it so that anyone that needs help explaining this to someone, it will help them. I have Tourette's, which causes me to have involuntary motor and vocal tics. Simple and complex. Beans! What that means is it is an involuntary action. It is neurons misfiring in my brain, making me do things that I don't want to do. Now, yes, some of them can be quite funny, but a lot of times they cause pain. Like, it takes a lot of energy to have the tics. And we can't stop them. We can try to suppress, but that can cause more problems. It'll make the tics more active, and if you try to suppress for too long, it can cause you to have a tic attack. A tic attack, in simplest terms, is where you you're a bitch. A tic attack it's kind of like when every single tic you have is trying to come out at once and there's no way to stop it. And that can be very dangerous, especially if you can't communicate because you have too many vocal tics. You could be hitting yourself, hitting other people. Depending on what tics you have, it could cause you to fall down and get hurt. There's so many things that you can't do if you are in the middle of a tic attack. And something that can cause tic attacks to happen quite easily is by someone else copying your tics. So, I have a 7-year-old nephew, and I've had tics all my life, but they didn't get active until I went through some traumatic stuff. And so, the first time my nephew really actually saw my tics, he was 6 years old, and it was the first time he'd seen them active and didn't understand. But I have a beans tic, and I make popping sounds as tics. And so while we were at dinner one night, in public, I was ticking a lot because I was out in public, which causes my tics to become more active because I have extreme social anxiety. And he kept copying my tics. And when you copy a tic, it a lot of times will make the person with tics redo the tic, and it can cause them into a tic loop, which is where every time you copy their tic, they then do the tic. And it's this vicious cycle over and over again. And so you need to not copy their tics, because in the case with my nephew, he didn't know, and I couldn't communicate it because I was in the start of a tic attack because he had done it for so long. It was like a 10-minute period, but because my tics were already heightened at the moment, I couldn't express it to him. So my mom had to. And thankfully my mom knew that hey, you can't do that. It's causing your aunt to do these things. And so now he doesn't copy my tics. He is allowed to laugh if I have a funny tic, but he knows not to copy the tic. And it might be different for everyone, but if you're seeing this video, it's most likely the person that has tics that sent you this needs you to stop copying their tics because it is making them uncomfortable. It is causing them pain. It is causing their tics to become worse, and that can put them in a very difficult and dangerous situation. It's never to hurt you or offend you, but you need to understand that it is not okay to copy a tic. It doesn't matter how funny the tic is. It doesn't matter how weird the tic is. It is not okay to copy the tic. And by doing so, it can cause a lot of problems for the person that has the tics. And so, hopefully this is informative. And I did a good job of explaining everything. I do have a YouTube channel that I'm going to try and post more to explain more about tics as I'm learning them. But yeah, most importantly, do not copy tics. If you take anything away from this video, do not copy tics, because it can cause a lot of problems for the person that has the tics. And it's not okay.